can't put it up there. We'll get started in just a moment.
One
Give me a second to post in a few more places. All right. I hope everybody had a great fucking weekend. I had a good weekend. Heard some unfortunate news regarding some family members. But other than that, it's been a great weekend. Had a good time with some friends. Watched a fight yesterday. Yeah, so it was good. Speaking of that, that was an absolutely wild. Oh my god, that was pretty crazy. Let me pop up the chat real quick and we get this cracking lacking. Again, I'm sorry for taking so long today. I was low key. Honestly, I was just being lazy. Like 1000%. I was just being lazy. 1000%. Got home, I got five. Well, I got home at 3. I was gonna hop in the live stream like I initially said I was, but then my homegirl gave me a call and was like, yo, I got in a car accident yesterday and I need you to look at my car before I call insurance. So I looked at her car real quick, drove over, looked at her car, bullshitted with her for about 2 hours, came back. By that time I was 8. Ate my dinner. Really fat because I ate too much and I just been lazy as fuck. Just been procrastinating, not wanting to put this off. Kind of wanting to put this off, but here I am. So, with that, let us begin. Oh, first of all, it seems like there's nobody here. Let me just check this, the actual fucking stream settings real quick. My volume's working. It says we're on. It seems we're streaming. Since you were here. Give me a few more seconds, and I guess we'll get this pop lock in. Oh no, son. Don't stop, get it. Give me a little bit longer. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, my jaw hurts right here. Ooh, that's weird. It's got sharp pain right there. That's weird. Really weird. Oh, I did get punched there. I was like, I got punched right there. I did get punched right there last night. Okay. Guys, transition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition. Welcome everybody. This is your boy Satoshi Motherfucking Heavy signing in here with another dose of crypto right for you, you fucking addicts. I hope you're ready for this. Buckle up. Get your ladders ready. Get your pipes ready. Get your everything ready. Whatever you want to call it. Get your charts ready. And let us begin. We'll start with BTC USD as we always do. Well, not always, but most of the time we do. So, as per request online, I have finally complied, and I have moved my price bar to the right-hand side like everyone else has. I got a lot of people in the end like, hey, would you just mind moving it over because it's a hassle for me to look at your charts on mobile, etc., etc. And at first I was like, fuck you, I don't give a shit. I chart and I don't give a fuck who else could read my charts, etc., etc., except my members, because as long as we make money, I honestly just don't care. But I decided to change that, so I flipped it over. Anyways, so that's the only change that you're gonna see on this chart. So let us begin. Again, this is Sunday, so we'll discuss some high time frame action, and with that, we'll actually just begin with the higher time frame. See that? I was all confused and shit. I was like, trying to move it over here. It's gonna take me some time to get used to. I'm honestly not liking it already. Let's hide this. Okay, so I'm trying to delete all these things here. We'll get that right after Bitcoin. All right, I can't do this. I can't. I'll change it. I'll try to get used to it, but as of today, I can't. I need this to the left. I need it to the left hand side. I need it. I cannot have this. Alright. Alrighty. So, from the highest degree, again, first let's fucking lower this music because it's a lot of shit. Can't hear myself fucking talk. Anyways. So if you know me and if you've been following me and our charts, my idea, etc., etc., you know that I have the understanding and have the feeling that we made a major high, and we are now in a major downtrend to the downside. Oh, obviously to the downside. We're in a major trend back down to the downside. I still believe this wholeheartedly. I do. And I will not see it any different in any other way until I am disproven with other ideas and facets like value range theory and stuff like that. And so previously, again, so if you're a little lost, what I mean by this is that I think this is the high that we're going to see for probably the next month at least, in my opinion. And so, with this understanding, what is going to happen to this? This is where, you start using other ideas and other forms of trading and like indicators and stuff to help guide you to what is the most logical path of price action. Initially, last time I updated, I'm pretty sure I stated something like I thought this move here was part of this entire move here, but I now have changed this to where this entire move from this top side to this point here is all one move. And I believe this. I know we said we are going to talk about the higher time frame, but to me, it's really not much to talk about on the highest degree time frame until we're invalidated. Everything, so far that we've deemed from this high point has essentially happened in regards to we're trending now to the downside, and we've had made, corrective phases to the upside, and all those corrective phases have been sold off to lower lows on the downside. And so I just believe that there's no real reason to throw this idea away until we see something showing on the lower time frames to really, get us to, think that, this is possibly an incorrect count here. And so with this understanding that this is now my bottom of A, a lot of things could happen here in this move here in B. And I labeled this, and I told my members to be watching for this particular thing to happen after this high was made, because if you were in my group in Elevate, I was saying we were wanting to short this box. We were like, watch this high, especially after this high was made, because that would have completed our alley wave count, and that's all we needed to enter that short. And so I said after that short, we're gonna have to watch for one or two things to happen. One, if this was truly gonna be the new start of the a major impulsive leg to the downside, we would have cleared a range in less time and complexity, and we did that. We cleared this range in less time and complexity, and we cleared this range in less time and complexity. But since we didn't close underneath this range here, we cannot deem this move here from this high to this low as a true reversal of this entire uptrend from this point to this high. All we could deem from this move to this point, from this move at this point, is that it indeed stated that this uptrend is now completed. Like this from here to here is 100% completed, because we have closed underneath it, and it has a high chance of being a true reversal on the entire structure because it tapped and broke underneath X range pivot in last time and complexity. But we cannot deem it a 100% valid reversal because we didn't close underneath X range pivot on that breaker move on that 1 hour time frame, or whatever the time frame was on that breaker move. And so at this point, I am short, and as are most of my group, and I'm gonna believe this is gonna come true right here. This moves, this C wave here, and we're just in the first sub wave here. And this will end up being A, B, C, another move to the upside, and then we'll see what happens at that point. The other option, and I'm now trading risk-free because my stop is now lower to my entry. Actually, slightly above, slightly below. I moved it here, slightly below, just because I could lock in some profit. If we are going to accept this area, we're gonna range here for probably the next day or two. And if we range here for the next day or two, then I'm probably gonna believe that, and I'm gonna start leaning towards this breaking back up to the upside for a weird ass A, B, C of a bigger A, B, C. Okay? That's essentially it for Bitcoin. I'm not trying to make it complicated, trying to make it as clear and concise as possible with rules in regards to levels and what we have to see and the complexity and time durations we have to see. Since this all was labeled A, we could find an ending for B based on time. And you notice here we hit a high point, like literally right to the dot, to when you would assume a logical end to a B wave, which would be in this entire range. If it is indeed going to be a sister wave of A to B, and C will be either extremely short and snappy, or very long and drawn out. If this is to be true, this move will happen very fast, and this will actually, in my opinion, this will probably happen with if it is going to be true, within the next 48 hours. We'll get to this point, if it is going to be true. Just that's just the way I judge time and gauge time in regards to character structures. And if A to B is going to be the sister waves, that means C has to be different. Either very fast, which will get us down here, or very elongated, which in my opinion wouldn't make really sense. So if we start moving sideways like this and trend like this for the next day or two, I'll probably close that store if I don't get stopped out in the meantime for a small win. And I don't know if I'll long it, but I'll wait to see if this idea I have here is true. Like, say, if we move back up, then that validates this idea I had being A, B, C as a high possibility, and I'll short that with my larger idea being A, B, C as well. Double top. From a structural standpoint, that will be very bearish. I guarantee you that move up will be very bearish with volume. And so, just be on alert. Be on alert, okay? Let's go to ETH USD real quick. The Elliott wave count ETH USD. ETH makes me believe that Bitcoin's going to do this. ETH really makes me believe Bitcoin's going to do that. Just because ETH looks very, very solid for a consolidation and another move to the upside. Very solid. The unfortunate thing, we can't break another low here on ETH. If we do, it invalidates this entire structure. So if we break this low, we invalidate this move to the upside. But in my opinion, this could possibly be seen as 5 of an impulse, and that's basically what you should be having as a rule anyways. So in my opinion, Bitcoin's gonna do what I just said, moves to the upside, so it's probably gonna stop me out. I'm still gonna hold my position, just because I have a great position. And since my higher degree idea is a little bit more bearish, I'm just gonna try to capture that that trade. But in my opinion, ETH just did this. At some point during your stream, could you elaborate on your RSI strategy that I've seen mentioned on crypto Twitter? Ooh. Man. I mean, I can to a point. It's just a lot. It's not a lot. I mean, it's not really a lot, but it is a lot at the same time. Like, I wouldn't be able to give you a very good understanding of it because how short I would have to cut it, because I wouldn't want to be sitting here for fucking 3 hours. But I could give you like a rundown, and you'll see me using it. I use it all the time. I pop it up all the time on my chart. So you'll see it being used all the time if you just watch my analysis and live streams. But if you like really want to get one-on-one coaching, one-on-one training and teaching, you could, of course, join my team, and then I'll do that for you. I'm looking for this little. I have this like little picture I show people. It kind of gives an idea of what I look for. Hold on. So hold on, I'm reading something. Yeah, I'll show you. Like, I'll show you some things here. I'll show you some things. This honestly is it's the trick. Is really it's kind of funny, because how simple it is. Like the most simplest one is like. Gosh, it's hard to like not know exactly what to tell you, what I can't tell you. But this is continue on our process here, and we'll discuss it in a little bit. Okay. And so yeah, in my opinion, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it could also be an ABC. We'll see here. On the higher degree perspective is that we're in some sort of 4, and since time was this box, in regards to the system of compatibility for this 2, we can no longer break this low, and so the only way I can label this low to this high, if it's gonna be held within the confines of our entire idea on a higher time frame, is a wave 1. And so I'm going to state that a move below 253 would invalidate this entire idea. RSI is looking really strong. As long as we're sustained over that slow line, we should be solid. We are now bullishly trending on the 1 hour, as noted by the slow lines here, the fast line and the mid line here. We're now bullishly in the bull range. We got a hidden bullish divergence on SRSI here in the 1 hour that I'm gonna be watching, especially if we break this low. I'm gonna be very keen to watch this. If SRSI can get down to this point, while price stays high and tight like this, stays like that, breaks that low on RSI, creates that hidden divergence there to there, that'll be a very good opportunity for a buy, in my opinion. If that happens, breaks that low, price holds that low, while your short and midline hold bull range, which is labeled here. Right, you can't really see it, but it's right there. That'll be very, very keen to an upward move. In my opinion, this just looks like the most likely scenario. Even though this move on Bitcoin was very impulsive, the way the greater market looks, it looks like it wants to give us one more leg to the upside. With that though, I am not in a long on ETH. I'm on a short on Bitcoin. I don't plan on closing my short because of this idea. All I plan on doing is getting stopped out for a minimal gain and then re-entering if my assessment looks like it's going to be true. Okay? On the highest degree, if ETH can break this high, there's a high chance that this entire structure on ETH is complete as a flat. A, B, C. And I would actually be one to say that this would be the completed pattern. This would end up coming to this all the way down to at least break that low. At a bare minimum, break that low. If we break this high. If Ethereum breaks this high, it completes this pattern being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a 5, 3, 5, which completes a gigantic flat. And I'll be looking for this. I'd like to see I'll obviously look at the rejection on the top side, but essentially what I'm looking at here. If we end up falling down, then I'll label this move here in Ethereum internal. Something like that. essentially it for me on Ethereum, though. Not too much to be looking at. You gotta keep it simple. Go for what go with your understanding of what you look for in the market, and if it gives you certain things, you listen. And for me, on a higher degree, it's looking like Ethereum wants to give us this, a continuation pattern, and on a lower degree, it looks like it would possibly have a move up. And the confirmation, in my opinion, would be definitely a move above that. But if we get above that, I could see that as being confirmation to this idea here. I don't know real quick. I think I might have found something. I'm. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, it's essentially no. Okay, I'm reading this conversation because I know exactly what you're trying to see. I'm reading this conversation I had with this one guy here. But I'll put it this way: a lot of people think RSI is a lagging indicator. It's not. RSI actually shows you where price is going before price will even show before price will go there, and it always does. RSI will always lead price. It always does. It's just you have to understand how it shows you it is the complex part about it. People don't understand how to look at it, and thus they think it's a lagging indicator, but it's not. It's actually showing you before price actually goes to where it's going to go. Is RSI will show you. There's a few techniques that I do. I don't really do them as often anymore on my daily analysis, on this, because I don't need to anymore. But I'll teach you right now because it's not like super. It is important, and it would really help you, a lot of people, especially new people like maybe you, understand how things work a little bit better, and that is by simply this, the simplest form, like simplest thing ever. Like, you might be thinking this, like, dude, that's so stupid. Like, I know this. Like, teach me something new. Like, dude, no, trust me. This one little stupid technique will help you so much in understanding and giving you confluence and confidence in what you're seeing. All you do, like, say you're trading this 1 hour. Right now we're trading this hourly time frame, right? We're trading this hourly time frame, right? And we want to know when this trend's gonna change, right? So you draw a trend line. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Draw a trend line. Well, with those same matching points, draw a trend line on RSI. Spot right there, and then there. Right? Price broke it, right? I mean, RSI broke it, right? But this is where it kind of gets complex, because this is telling you that yes, it did break it in both RSI and price, but it looks like RSI is now leading price and running away without price, and that is a sign of possible strength, which is that hidden divergence. It's kind of a lot to go through. I can't really show you. It's hard to really tell you, but I'm trying just drawing a trend line that matches your trend line on price. That one little technique will help you understand how valid a particular move is. So if, like for instance, I'm going to try to find an example real quick that depicts this. Right here. It's actually right here. This is actually perfect. Right here. This is actually perfect right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. RSI will always lead price. Always, 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 right? So you have this downtrend signified by this point and this point, right? So you draw it on RSI, right? Boom, boom. Price, RSI breaks it, right? It breaks it, right? But it rejects it on price, right? Rejects it on price. But then you see again, it holds it on RSI, creating a divergence. Right? And then eventually that divergence and that low that also is signified by a bounce off the trend line on RSI held and holds, creates more trend line, and eventually it breaks that trend line that was signified there and actually creates that up move that we were looking for. And then there's other tips here that you have to learn for yourself, but understand that RSI has ranges, and there's specific levels and numbers that signify a bull range and a bear range. And when RSI enters those ranges, you have to understand what it means in regards to the momentum and where it's going. I help my members understand momentum and where price is going by giving them these little techniques and little indicators. Like they clearly see we have bullish momentum here, so we know to be looking for buy entries on hidden divergences. So every time we get a hidden divergence when bullish momentum is showing, we're gonna look for a buy setup. So we got a hidden divergence there. It's a buy setup, and the vice versa when it goes red. When it goes red, we're looking for hidden bearish divergences, and look at there to the downside, vice versa. So everything I taught that guy, basically, I know exactly what conversation you're talking about. Everything I taught that guy who was once part of what we did, he's now, I think he's strictly trades by himself now. Everything I taught that guy, I coded it into this indicator here to help just ease the confusion on understand where the range is going, where momentum is going, and stuff like that. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Litecoin USD. You get all this shit erased. Sorry for everybody who already knows what I do and how I do it, and etc. etc. I just wanted to tell them a little bit more about that. Dude, my fucking sides are hurting like a motherfucker. It's so weird. I drink so much fucking water and I don't drink any soda or nothing like that. And sometimes I feel like my fucking kidneys are hurting. This is not good. Not good. Okay. The unfortunate thing with Litecoin, it looks like it just completed a fucking flat, and that's a 100% sell pattern. This looks like a flat. 3, 1, 2, 3. Some move to the upside. And I'm going to say this is a valid flat as long as we stay underneath 80, 88. I'm saying we go down, Litecoin goes down as long as we stay underneath 80, 88. I believe this is some sort of flat that was completed, and now we are trending to the downside. And I wouldn't be interested in Litecoin until we hit like 58, 60 bucks. Invalid again over that 80, 90, 80, 88, 80, 90 level. This looks like an ABC or some sort. So yes, hold on, hold on. Hold on, let me read this. Give me a moment. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally what I was here. It's really not. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy how well it works. Is you don't really expect it to. It's literally just understanding levels and what levels are important in regards to ranges, like I said, your bull range and your bear range. Luckily, in my RSI that I give my members, it's um, easily signified by these coordinates I have depicted in shades, and all that's left is looking and understanding, how how that works, and drawing logic behind it. And I teach my members all of that. I give them tools like that to really understand it, but it's very simple. Always watch RSI. RSI will always lead. It's not a lagging indicator. It's only lagging if you're looking for certain things like divergences, purely divergences, stuff like that. But in my opinion, it's a very powerful indicator, and a lot of people sleep on it and because they think it's a lagging indicator, but it's not. They just don't know what to look for. So again, my idea on Litecoin is this. I think this is a major high, invalid over that. We'll see what happens. Because ETH, like I said, ETH was kind of bullish, so this might, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Litecoin has been usually the one to really give me the most, valid ideas, like the easiest ones to depict, and they have been usually right. So it's been kind of the leader. Let's go to BTC, ETH BTC real quick. I think that's 3 still. Yeah, so this could still all be part of 4 here. Yeah, it looks like it should test low. As long as ETH holds this level here at 0.025205, I'm bullish. This looks like it's part of this. And we're missing one more to the upside for ETH BTC. Invalid below here, and I'm not going to change my mind until that is proven. On the highest degree, I think this is a gigantic flat, though. So. Land. Again, I would like to see land down here. All this is really messy, very hard to depict. We're really compressed on our side here. Just makes me believe we're going to break very hard to the downside. Just because we were up trading to the upside, and now we're in a pennant formation, and usually it has a signal or a hint toward a reversal signal. So. Let's go to FX real quick. And then after we're done with this, we'll elaborate a little bit more about what I was talking about. Okay. DXY. That rejection's pretty nasty. So I'm going to say with this, technically this could be seen in a breakout retest, but for me, that rejection was pretty nasty, pretty harsh, came down pretty fast and pretty violently, and cleared some pivots on the way down. 1, 2, 3. And so I'm going to say that this has a possible, this has a sign, looks like it has a sign of a possible reversal. And as long as the dollar consolidates underneath 99.70, I think this is going to come down. Invalid above 99.70. If we get below 99, if we continue below, if we get below 99, I think that's when blood will start to really pour on. I think this will have chop here like this maybe. And then get down there, probably get bloody like that. The highest degree perspective, I'm not sure. I'm not again sure. We'll see what happens here. On the highest degree, it looks like it wants to do this and break up to the upside for a larger ABC of some sort. ABC. But so far, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to enter this. I'll let a day or two play out to give me more confidence in this idea. And we'll see. USD NOK keeps playing with our emotions here. One, two. That's definitely 5 waves right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that all this is now. This is definitely breaking that up. I'm most likely stopped out of this position now because I remember I lowered my stop from this initial short. Unfortunately, this one's been playing with our emotions as of late. It really has. It really has. In order to be very bearish, we need a break of that level there. This is definitely going to come up to at least 9.4. I can see this even higher, though. This is coming into no man's land, so this could come into a zone of price discovery. So I'll be very cautious with this one. Very cautious. Like this move, that looks very strong. So be very cautious with that. I guarantee I'm stopped out of the position. I guarantee it, actually. I'm like 100% positive I'm stopped out of the position. So what I'm actually looking at this, looking here, is this a fucking 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Of a large degree? I kind of like this. I think this is gonna. This looks like it's gonna be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, 5 wave C. Immediate reaction from the low, which could indicate that this is indeed gonna be this explosive wave 3. Looks like a running flat. You know, this looks like a high chance of being true. Invalid below this level here at 9.27346. So I guess I'll just say it here. I'm gonna be bullish on USD NOK until this level at 9.27346 is violated. Until that, I have to assume upside on USD NOK because we completed a 5-wave impulsive pattern, but after the high of that 5-wave impulsive pattern, it looks like we created a flat continuation pattern, which is not what we assume is going to happen after you complete a 5-wave pattern that's going to be your reversal signal. So, we didn't get that. Looks like we made a flat, and we had a very strong reaction at the conclusion of that proposed flat. So, high alert for this to happen here. USD NOK. I know for a fact I'm out of that position as a loss. NZD USD looks like it's still gonna come down. This looks like all like A, B, C of some sort. Look at that. Broke into the bear range. Bear. 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 How do you know it's bear? Your mid and fast line stay in the red. Red, all in red, all in red. And on all your hidden divergences, that's your entry points on your shorts. So you got one here. There's your short. There's a short. There's a short. There's a short. This could possibly be a short, but I like to say the entry points are always above 60 or below, or vice versa, below 30, vice versa, or 42, vice versa, whatever. So technically, like this can be an entry point, that small divergence, but then that would probably be playing like more like an hourly play. I guarantee it. Like this would be closer to this. Yeah, see, this is that was like an hourly play right there. But if we were trying to trade this 4-hour momentum, you see we're bearishly trending as stated by this blue and red line, and you short all your you enter on all your high point divergences above that 60 point. And your confirmation is obviously a break at certain levels, but it's when your blue line rolls over or under your red or vice versa on the bullish side. Okay, that was NZD USD, Euro USD. I'm still with this idea that we're gonna consolidate here for a little bit, but then drop down into this range. This is where I'm gonna be really interested in Euro USD. We had a sell signal on a daily. We have not had a buy signal yet, so no reason to buy this shit. Ooh. Ooh. That was horrible. That was... Oh. Ew. I ate way too fucking much because I just burped up like some fucking chili peppers and shit. That shit was hot. Oh, God, I burned. Woo. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not interested in Euro USD until those levels down there, to be honest with you. I would really like... This is not showing us... This just looks like it's going to break that low again. It really does. That's obviously enough to count. At least that low gets broken. At least. At least. The unfortunate thing, I think this is all on impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch reject. If we form a flat after this lowest make, if we do this stupid thing here, I'm going to look for that as a sell pattern. And this will end up being a larger degree. Excuse me. 1, 2. I don't, just drawing for this perspective, not actual levels. Ow, that one hurt. Oh. Anyways, let's go to GBP. Again, played with our emotions. Didn't quite get to our level. But to me, this makes it look like this is all one move. I just might end up coming down one more time. Maybe this is a W, X, Y. A, B, C. A, B, C. I like that, but not willing to trade it until I get more confluence with this idea being correct with that pivot being hit and then this pivot being hit. Yep. A lot of mess here, so yeah. Not gonna trade it until I get more confirmation that this idea has a high chance of being right. W, whoops. Wait. A, B, C, W, X, Y, triangle, sum 3, flat. Good old gold. Day of gold shit. Ride that shit. Look at that here. Yeah, that sell signal indicated here. But then you created this hidden bullish divergence here. Boom, boom. And since it was green, that's your buy entry. And as soon as that blue line crossed over the blue and red line crossed over the middle, the slow line, now it's game over. An explosion. Now though, this looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initially, I had this entire from there to there as 1, but I think this is 1 and this is all 2. One, 2, 3, 4, and this was 5 as it came up. Wow, look at that. That's literally perfect. Perfect. Literally perfect. So yeah, I like that a lot. Shorting gold is of high interest for me. Again, I was initially not in a position here. Wish I got that nab, but this is still a pretty good position to enter. Technically, this is technically still a counter trend trade because how momentum is, but hitting 90 RSI on the 10 hour. Major divergence on a daily. 0, 1, 2. You need price to get and break below 1,575 to give you more confirmation of this idea, but I'm still holding on to my larger time frame degree idea on gold, which this is a giant ABC, ABC within an ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final and fifth wave coming up. All right. So with that, my friends, dude, my fucking sides hurt so bad right now. Makes me not even want to fucking sit here. Oh, I must just want to lay down. Oh. So, with that, ask me any last minute fucking questions. I'm gonna stand up a little bit. Oh, that hurts so much. That's not good, dude. I shouldn't feel like this. So yeah, who was that asking me a question? Bond. If you're still here, If you're still here, let me show you. Some. Why is that? This should not be orange. You should not be orange. It should be blue. Okay. Dude, I really hope I'm not getting fucking sick again. My body's aching, my sides are hurting, fucking got a sneezing, runny nose, dude. Fucking, dudes, pray for me. Oh, ugh. Okay, Bond. Everybody's here. You get a little treat. So, all I did, again, to reiterate because I know exactly why you came to my stream to ask this question, is because you saw the conversation being held between me and a guy on Twitter by the name of Bitcoin Bubble. Bitcoin Bubble, excuse me. He was part of the group, learned from us, etc., and I showed him some things, specifically with RSI. He was just very adamant about asking questions upon that specific indicator, because he saw what I see in it and why I use it so heavily, and so he kept asking me questions about this. And it's really simple. The best time frames to use it are on your higher time frames, like your dailies. I wouldn't necessarily use this exact technique I'm going to show you on your like anything lower than a 4 hour. I probably wouldn't necessarily use it because it gets a little messy. But like your 4 hours or your dailies, especially your dailies, are very strong when this happens. Very strong to help you show you where price will go, can go, and stuff like that. The hardest part, because the hardest part is this, is understanding when your move that you see is gonna actually have the most likelihood of being true. Let me show you what I mean by this. So we have a signified downtrend. We got 2 points of lower trend, 2 lower highs, right? You want to match them on RSI. If you can't, then you go to your next point, or you always can. Boom, boom, right? Notice how RSI breaks there. Right, breaks there. Then you're looking for RSI to break your 60 point. after it breaks your trend line. Does it do that? No, it does not. It rejects it, creates that hidden divergence, and thus that's your entry for a short. What we're looking for here is a true reversal for this idea. It's essentially what you're looking for. And so, damn, dude, I'm fucking hurting like a motherfucker. Since you create this hidden divergence and stuff like that, but you still have a signified downtrend, you want to draw your new trend line. And then you notice you got you got relative divergence. You have to just pay attention to all these little things. And RSI again will always lead where your price is going. RSI breaks the trend line. Again. I think I need this in like this. Don't have it on this. Hold on, give me a second. All right. So this won't get you. This idea, this technique, it won't get you at the very bottom, and it will not get you at the very top. All this is going to get you in are very high probability movements. You're not going to get the majority of the movement either. You're just going to get the chunk that is most likely to be true, has a high probability of being true. So you draw these trend lines, and once price, RSI will always lead the break before price. Always. And you only want to enter these trend line breakouts after you see divergence. You never want to, like, the reason why this one failed and ended up breaking to a new low is because you had no other signs of reversal. You had no other signs of weakness to the current trend, which was the bear trend. We have it here. How? We have now divergence, right? We have 1, 2, 3 points on divergence, right? And this is what I told him. On that third point in divergence, that's where you want to draw your trend line, right? You got the 3 points of divergence. You draw your trend line on the corresponding points of the divergence points and the high point that started or low point that started your specific trend in this aspect of your downtrend. Once RSI starts breaking that trend line, you look for price to start consolidating on or under the trend line. It's very seldom that the trend line will break out with RSI. It's usually lags. It's usually RSI breaks out before price. And you notice right here, RSI broke out, retested, and held it, right? What did price do? It actually made a higher low with that, right? Made a higher low with that, right? Creating even more points on the divergence point. 1, 2, 3, 4 points now on this trend line of divergence. Now all you're waiting for is confirmation that this trend was going to be broken in reverse by price following RSI. Breaks it, retests it, price RSI moves to the next leg higher. Price then confirms that trend line is now broken and now has a chance to move up higher. And as soon as that 60 points broken on RSI, which is right here, you notice how price still was confined. It still was confined. Like I said, this is why that 60 level is very important. And as soon as it broke 60 on RSI, which is right here, what happens? Takes the fuck off. Boom, boom, boom. Right? It's not simple. It takes a lot. You have to look for everything. You find a low point or extreme in RSI. We found an extreme. Is it going to be a true trending extreme, like so you saw this. So already, what I would have been deeming here is like, okay, is this going to be a true trending move to the upside? So is this going to go like this and start trending to the upside, right? If it was going to do that, then I'll be looking for the same kind of play, you know, looking for the weakness to start showing with divergences on the top side. Draw your trend line after the third point divergence is shown. Watch for price, RSI to lead. Watch for price to follow RSI and accept the idea, and then watch for confirmation on those breaks once those levels on RSI is broken. On the upside is at 60. On the downside is at 43. And once that 43 and 60 is broken, price should start running. If price does not start running after those levels are broken, then the idea is not going to be true, and it's not going to be an actual reversal point, and you should probably get out. So, like for this instance now, we've now had a long uptrend to the upside, right? A long uptrend. We hit a extreme in RSI. So we draw our uptrend line, right? Boom, boom. Right? Boom, boom. RSI is leading, right? It's right now it's leading. It's indicating that we can have a reversal because it broke that trend line, right? And RSI usually leads. But what is missing here? What's missing on this idea? On this technique here? What is missing? We don't have a divergence. We don't have 3 points of divergence after the trend line is broken. We need 3 points of divergence before the trend line can be broken for the highest probability reversal points. That did not happen. So you're looking at this more of a continuation setup, which is exactly what we've been looking for. We got hidden divergence showing here. And the reason why we also look for it as a continuation pattern was because Chevy indicates that we're in bullish momentum, indicated by these blue candles. And so with this idea, we're looking for that continuation setup, which is, it looks like it's going to happen. But if we're going to use the technique to this fullest potential, what we're going to be looking to happen is RSI to make that 3 points of divergence, or at least 2. Redraw that, move that trend line over. Boom, boom, boom. It'll be like, I don't know, like something like this. You go over there. And you wait for RSI to sneak like that. Price will probably, you know, from this point here, move up. It's kind of hard to show here, but it'll move up. And then once this happens, price will find a new high and reject high. And then this will break like that, break that low, and then that will break that trend line, and that will be your confirmation of the reversal. So in the simplest forms, your higher time frame degrees is what you want to be using. Your daily is the most important one. That's like essentially your daily is the really only one you want to be using this technique on. Signify your trends by using RSI and the corresponding points on price. Draw them. And you look for your reversal points once you have 3 or more points of divergence. And after the 60 and 40 levels are broken, you look for price action to run with RSI. And if it doesn't run with RSI, that's when you know your move that you're trying to look for is probably not going to happen. Let me try to find an example of that. It doesn't really happen like that, honestly. Usually once that level is broken on the higher time frame, shit does happen. Anyways, yeah, so let me know if you have any questions or concerns. If you would like any more tips or tricks or whatever, I'll be happy to help as much as I possibly can without giving you everything I know and still being fair to everybody inside the Elevate trading family. Because I have to be loyal and respectful for what I give to them and the value I give to them. I don't want to diminish the value inside Elevate, so I cannot show you everything here, unfortunately. There's a lot of other things that I did not discuss in here that would probably help, would not probably, but would definitely help with understanding this entire process and having more confidence in what you're seeing. But again, I just have to be respectful for what I do, who I do it for, and that is everybody inside Elevate Trading. And so, although this wasn't the most in-depth and greatest how-to little video, I still hope that you found value in what I was trying to show you here. I didn't necessarily teach you an exact technique like step A, 1, 2, 3, but all I'm stating that what you should be taking from this, the most important things that you should be taking from this, is that RSI is not a lagging indicator. RSI is a leading indicator. RSI leads price, and will always tell you where price is going to go before price actually goes there. You just have to understand how it does that, and that, like I said, I teach members a little bit more in depth here, but I showed you a little bit, and I showed you a little bit here and what to look for once those levels are broken. And if certain things don't happen once levels are broken, then you have to assume that the idea is flawed, because once levels are broken, if your idea is going to be true, price should move with RSI, and once price does not move with RSI, that's when you have some sort of divergence, aka hidden divergence, and you should be looking for like a continuation type pattern, or etc., etc. So, anyways, with that, if you want more guidance and help, again, I gave my members freaking these awesome damn indicators by the name of Chevy and SRSI that do a lot of the hard stuff by clearing out a lot of the noise and is giving you exactly what we need to succeed in this type of shit. Chevy is pretty much like a standalone thing. It'll tell you the way I use it is once we're bullishly trending green, I look for continuation patterns, like hidden, like running flats with hidden divergences, and vice versa on the bear side. If it's red, I look for hidden bearish divergences, etc., etc. And it's very easy to use these with Confluence with certain trading ideas like Elliott Wave and stuff. And RSI is pretty freaking cool because it gives you hints towards specific things. Like, for instance, at this point here, SRSI stated that we had a high chance that this next high was going to be a major high and the final high of this move, because the blue dipped underneath the red before SRSI did, and that's usually a signal of reversal. And you actually got a bearish divergence after that, which is even a stronger signal for reversal. And then you broke the slow line, which actually did entail a small reversal, but this looks like it's going to end up being just a continuation pattern to the upside. But this usually has high probability. Like these little things helps give Confluence and helps rid of error with like the human eye, or just misgauging it or whatever, miscalculating it or whatever. Very powerful tools. Very powerful tools. Alright, you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. It's been a pleasure. I'm sorry towards the end of this, I started feeling like fucking crap. Like my body started aching and shit like that. My side started hurting really bad, like to the point where I don't even want to freaking sit here anymore. I just want to fucking stand or like lay down. Oh, I don't know what I'm drinking a lot of water, so I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I don't know. I'm not liking it. Not liking it one bit. Kind of scary. So, with that, everybody, again, thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize if we missed anything, forgot to cover anything. If I did, shoot me a message in the DMs. I'll be happy to answer them as soon as possible, as tentatively as possible, and hope to get you anything cleared up. I hope. Shit, sorry, I'm just fucking. My sides hurt so bad, it's crazy. So I'm just gonna wrap this fucking up right now. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure if you took anything from this, you learned something from this, you took a trade from last week's stream, and it was fruitful. You got profit from it, and you enjoyed it, whatever, etc., etc. Hit the thumbs up. Drop a comment. Say thank you. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what I could do better. Tell me what I could keep doing. Tell me what you suggest that you want me to throw in next time. If you got like a coin you want me to look at, drop it in the comment section. I'll read all the comments once my video is uploaded in an hour. So drop those there. I'll be happy to answer them and see what we can get cooking up for the next episode. Okay? So with that, everybody, again, I greatly appreciate you. This has been your boy Satoshi motherfucking Heavy with another dose of crypto. Until next time, you fucking fiends. Stay fucking hungry, motherfuckers. God bless. Peace the fuck out.
But you you